Hello, and welcome to Dungeons for Dummies. We are doing a story today for you all called Asteris, Land of the Hero. My name is Caleb Davidson, and I'll be y'all's dungeon master through this experience. Let's go ahead and get to our players. Introductions to my left.
I'm Nick. I'm playing Delk. He is a level 4 dwarven barbarian, Path of the World Tree.
I'm Dustin. I'll be playing Lucan Blackthorn, who is a changeling rogue level 1, bard level 3, College of Spirits, charlatan.
I'm Lily. I'm playing Aurora, level 4, half elf, level 4 life cleric.
I'm Chris. I will be playing Zamyr, a level 4 high elf paladin of the ancients. Oh.
Yay! It's okay. We're still figuring out cameras.
Sweet.
Sweet. Zamyr.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I'm playing Visha, a 3rd level sorcerer, 1st level warlock.
Sweet.
I'm Dylan. I'm playing Xavier Course, 4th level wizard, high elf.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Well, let's start with the roll of a dice. Go ahead and give me Delk first. All right, Senor, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, we find ourselves at the edge of the Thrush Forest as Delk is coming back to consciousness after having his night's rest, thinking about just kind of life and where his life is moving towards at this present moment. So Delk wakes up and puts together his belongings, his bags, his furs, all of his stuff that he's been collecting in the past weeks to months. Who knows how long Delk's been out in the woods. At that point, what would you say is kind of going through Delk's mind at this point?
So, since abandoning the farm after the attack, Delk is basically motivated by survival at this point. So he is hunting for his own meat. He is skinning animals to sell for profit. He is mainly motivated by trying to find where this cone of sticky black incense left by the orc leader, or found looted from the orc leader's body. Trying to find the source of it, or it's the only clue that he has to where these orcs came from. So that's his main motivating factor after the immediate need of survival.
Gotcha. And he's got, how long do you think he would have been out in the woods at this point collecting?
He's been roving for probably a good 6 months at this point.
Okay.
One of his very first kills was the wolf, and he ended up skinning it and wears it on his head as a prized possession, like a championship almost, that he bested this animal, and that's one of his most prized possessions after his weapons. But his main motivation is just to stay full and eventually get to the point that he can restart a farm, whether it be potatoes or otherwise.
Gotcha. Sweet. Well, after kind of packing up his stuff and having his breakfast for the morning, at least first breakfast, then he heads off his way towards the nearest town. Would he be knowledgeable of the area, or is this kind of new territories and stuff like that? Has he just been on a straight path, or has he kind of been popping around?
I would say that he is the type that would post up like on the outskirts of a village, kind of outside of their range of where they would know he was there, kind of like stealth camping in a sense.
Almost being like a tradesman for hire. in a
Yeah,
sense.
exactly. Like doing work for the the local guild that might need it, or just like the freelance hunting, bringing back provisions and that type of thing. So I think he's the type that would go somewhere for a period of time, and then once his opportunities had dried up, whether it be the game or whether it be the town resources or work in the town, once that had dried up, he would naturally move to the next place. Always moving forward, never really backpedaling.
Backpedaling.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, Delk wakes up and gets all his stuff together, starts to head into town. First stop would be probably Smitty's, yeah?
Yeah, Smitty's.
Up to Smitty's Mercantile.
Yeah, Smitty's Mercantile. Yeah.
So Delk will walk up to Smitty's, and
So he's just assessing. All right, so I got about 20 pounds of this venison I can sell. I got some rabbit and squirrel meat. He's doing the math in his head. He's like, I can get a couple silver for this, some
as you're
copper
walking
for this.
down.
He's walking in. Well, Schmitty, long time no see, my friend.
Oh, it's you.
Back again.
Well, welcome. What do you have for us today?
Oh, I got the best venison you've seen, Smitty. It's fresh.
Where did you catch this venison?
I just got it on the outskirts of town.
Oh,
Yeah, it was about half a day's walk. I went up and I had a little makeshift ladder in the tree, and I sat up there for a couple hours. And boy, I was eating good this weekend, Smitty. I'm gonna tell you.
oh, how much are you looking for that venison?
Well, let's see here. Well, I got about, what did you say here? You got a scale over there?
I do, and
he reaches over and grabs one of those scales, kind of like the weight balance scales, and he pulls out his sack of his weight that he calls it, but it's a little sack of gold coins.
Now, Smitty, we go way back now. Now, you wouldn't be shortchanging me on that scale. That's a legitimate scale?
oh yes, I weigh it in daily.
All right.
I would never jip a good customer.
All right, I trust you. I'm here all the time now.
Okay, so he sets the gold up onto the scale and grabs the venison, sets it up there. He's kind of pulling coins, getting to his weight.
How does
Roll me a d20.
13.
How does 13 gold sound for all of that venison you have? It's
Now,
gonna feed
Smitty,
many.
I told you I didn't come in here to be shortchanged now.
Well, that
But I'll tell you what, we go back now. I'll do 13 gold for you this time, but you got to get me next time.
I can promise that. It's just we're a little on the lows right now with storms and stuff brewing and all of the creatures freaking out for some reason. But they 13 will work. Do you have any other wares that I can look at?
Yeah. So here I got these squirrel furs here. I got rabbit here. Was that 4 of them? I got a big. Oh, you're gonna love this. You ready for this? This is a pure skunk skin. Look at that, untouched, unscathed, not even a hole in it. You make a hat out of that. Make a bag for your wife.
It doesn't even stink.
Yeah.
You got him before the stink.
He didn't know I was there.
Okay, I'll give you 12 silver
12 silver.
for the lot.
Now, Schmidt, I don't know about that. This is all I got now. I gotta. All right. 12. Well,
I could throw
here,
in.
hold up. And he pulls out. He's got 5 rabbit feet, and they are various different colors and furs, but they are pristine. Now these are lucky here. Now these.
Those look nice.
Why don't you tell me what you give me for them there?
He grabs them.
These are unique colors,
And
I'll offer you, with these plus the other furs, let's say 7 gold.
7 gold? I tell you, Smitty, you got a deal.
Since
You
I
suck.
feel like the other was, for the meat, was a little low, but I'll get you.
Now we're talking. See, this is why I come here to do business. with
And you have come to the right place.
That's
you know.
right. That's right. That's
You
right.
know.
Now, is there? You said there was critters about. Is there any other work y'all need around here?
Always.
Great.
The more stuff you can bring me, the better. I just cannot make it out very much myself.
All right. Well, let me get this gold and get on my way.
Well, here you are. And he hands you 20 gold pieces.
20 gold pieces.
Well, you have a good evening. Have a good day.
Hey, you too. Hey, be well. Good to see y'all again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You head out the door. Head out and look across the way, and you see the golden
I'm
hound.
thirsty right about now.
See that golden hound sitting looking over there.
Oh yeah, that's my
Golden Hound Tavern and Inn.
My old haunt, the Golden Hound.
It's tempting.
I think it's time to head in.
All right.
What time is it? What is?
At this point, it'd be about midday.
That's perfect. It's time. It's time to go. Let's see if old Jeff Rowe's in there today.
All right, and Delk will head over to the Golden Hound. Head in the door. The Golden Hound's from the outside. It's got kind of that secondary balcony with the saloon doors in the bottom.
Cool.
Swinging open. Couple windows. Obviously no windows. There's pass-throughs.
Cool.
But the upper deck has got kind of that little balcony. Comes to a point on the roof at the very top.
Cool.
But then you can see there's 2 to 3 windows, which would show that there's a couple of rooms up there.
Okay.
You head in the front door and look around. Give me a perception check real quick.
Perception is a +3. 18 total.
18. So as soon as you walk in, you recognize a familiar face.
Oh, that's nice.
It's good old Hank Stensby,
Oh,
the owner
Hank
and proprietor. You walk up to him. He's about a 5'6", 160-pound human with kind of light skin, but this big old curly mustache on him. And
Cool.
so he walks up and, hey there, Delk. Welcome back.
Hey, Smitty. Hey, I gotta ask, how do you keep your mustache so curly?
I don't know. It's from this new oil that I found.
Oil?
This oil. It's
Man.
It's just like usual. I could get it combed out and looking pretty in particular.
Man.
This stuff, you just slop it in there, twist up the ends, and you're good.
Man, I'm telling you what.
I've got your table right over there
Well, I
open for
appreciate.
you.
Well, Smitty, I done well today.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to.
That means you could do well here as well.
Yeah, I think. Well, what I think I'm gonna have to do is, you have any suckers around here? Any people that was traveling that's not from the area that they don't know about me and my capacity prefer the drink?
There are
Excellent.
a couple of tabaxi came in earlier.
I'll slide him a couple gold.
He'll grab those from you. They're right over there in the corner.
Perfect.
You make your way over there to the corner. You see a pair of tabaxi, one male, one female looking. It's hard to tell with tabaxi just because they're more feline in their looks. But they're sitting there and clinking drinks and downing drinks, and you walk up, this short little man, just taller than the table, head standing over, and they turn to you and, what would you like?
Howdy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Well, welcome to the Golden Hound. Have y'all been in here? I never seen y'all in here before. I play cards upstairs sometimes.
No, we are only here for a short time.
Oh, nice. What are y'all celebrating?
Well, a good hunt, of course.
Oh, nice. What were y'all out hunting?
Oh, if we told you that, we'd have to kill you.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what. Let's get us around.
That sounds good.
On me.
Oh, even
on
better.
me. Hey.
Yep.
Hey, can I get around for my friends over here and one for me and here. And he takes out a mug, and it's a carved big mug for a dwarf. It'd probably hold a gallon. And it's a carved wooden mug, and it has like a stern dwarven face carved on it. It's almost like the mug is scowling.
That's a nice looking cup you have there.
Hey, it's custom.
Is it?
It's custom, yes.
It's quite
Yeah, look at that. That's my face on there.
I can see.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, cheers.
Hey, congratulations on the hunt.
Yes,
on
sir.
a heck of a
Yes,
hunt.
Thank you. Cheers. Constitution saving throw, and he's going to make one as well.
Ooh, That is a 7.
A 7. So you see him, he clinks. It looks like he's had some.
Yeah.
And so he clinks yours and, okay, he downs his and, oh, that face. I'm gonna have to excuse myself.
No.
And he runs off, and so you kind of, but you have this stern nothing, like you just drank a glass of water.
I start looking around. I'm looking for somebody who's maybe not so inebriated, somebody who's unfamiliar.
Throw me an investigation check, please.
Investigation is a 6 + 1 is 7.
Okay. Looking more around the room, the other tabaxi took off to go make sure that her friend was all right and not making a fool of himself being new in town. So you look around the room, and obviously you can see this big blundering orc that's just thinks he's the thing and a half.
Oh, now we're
And he's sitting there slamming beers like he's, oh, another one. You, hey, you think you can outdrink me?
You think you can outdrink me?
Oh, you are small. and
Yeah,
I am
you're big, but that don't mean you can.
Waiter, bring a 7. 7 for the little man.
And then I'm gonna take them and pour them into my giant mug.
Okay.
And pour them. How many of them fit in there?
You could get about 3 or 4 in there.
3 or 4 in there. Great.
And it's bubbling over the top.
All right,
And
here we go.
He'll hold 2 in each hand as well.
Here, now this is 4 right here. Now, hey, we're not gonna stop until one of us hits that floor.
That's a good idea. And to make it more interesting, how about we wager?
Little man.
I'll tell you what. Since you brought it up, I'll tell you what. I'll put 18 gold on this.
18 gold.
18 gold.
Turns to his friend.
It's like taking money from a baby.
Perfect.
Deal,
All right, 18.
deal. 18 gold.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tink.
What?
And are we going for quickness here? So I'm gonna refill the thing.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready.
Go ahead and do two Constitution saving throws.
I got con +5. 18 and a 19.
You look up and you see him fin down his drinks and slam him on the ground. Another!
Here we
Grabs
go.
the other 2.
Hey,
Keep him going.
eh?
Cheers.
Chill. Just guys. Hey,
And the second.
y'all been in on guilty? You been in on any good hunts lately?
I've been
I'm starting to sway a little bit.
to a couple of. I killed this bear. A giant bear.
A bear?
A bear was the size of a mountain.
Man!
A
That
mountain.
sounds like a hunt.
And I took it with my own fists.
Oh, man. What's your name?
My name is Jem.
Hey,
We need more. More.
Jim. Here we go.
You see him kind of catching himself. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
More.
I'm miming his behavior as he's. Hey,
2 more Constitution savings.
I'll tell you what, you can drink, my friend. I tell you what, you picked a good man.
Okay.
Good challenge. 13 and a 14.
On the first couple. Cheers.
Cheers.
And up.
Hey,
Okay.
this bear.
You're a pretty good guy.
I tell
there,
you what,
dwarf.
I love to drink.
Yeah.
I
We've
love my.
got one more round. One more round.
Bring me 2 and let's call this. This is for 18 gold now.
We'll make
Bring
it
me 2
18 more. 18 more. Or can you not handle it?
All right.
Cheers.
18 more.
And down. And it's at this point where he just collapses, hits the ground.
Yes.
His friend, well, I think he's done for the evening. But you seem like I might be able to take you
And then
since
I'm
you've
going to
already
straighten
had a
up
drink.
completely, and I'm going to say, I'll just take my 36 gold now.
Yeah, very well. Reaches in his buddy's pocket and pulls out his gold. I'm not paying for his. Hands it to you. That's when Hank stumbles over to you and kind of whispers down your ear, "Hi,
Yeah.
I know what you're doing."
Yeah. Yeah.
and I applaud you.
Yeah, thank you, Hank. Thank you.
But the more money you take from them, the less money comes into me.
Oh, that's good.
So
I just made
So
y'all so
I got
much
you a
money.
deal. I got you a deal just for this evening.
All right.
If you'll go ahead, I got a room upstairs
I'm
with your
just getting
name on
started
it.
now.
I know it, but tonight, you can see I don't got a big crowd as it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give you one of the rooms up top
All right.
on the house.
One of the nice rooms?
One of the nice ones.
What? With the bathroom?
With the interior bathroom.
What?
But you have to promise
I'll tell you what. I'll do it.
that it's going to
I'll
be
do it.
done for today.
But I have to stop.
Today, just for today.
All right. I'll do it. I'll do it for you, Hank.
I appreciate you,
I'll
Delk.
do it for you, Hank.
And I'm sure.
And then I'm going to slide him 10 gold
Heard.
for the profit.
Well, thank you. I like having my cut out of it. I appreciate you.
Hey, you take care of me, I'll take care of you. You know how we do this
Thank you,
around
good
here.
man. Delk stands up and completely sober.
Yeah.
No sway at
yeah,
all. People are staring at him as he's walking by.
He
like,
just
didn't
down
he
like
just
gallons.
Didn't he just drink about 5 gallons of beer and he's
Yeah.
completely fine?
Yeah.
But so you go around the bar and there's this spiral staircase that heads up to the upstairs.
To one of the nice rooms.
So
too.
yeah, and they've got a security person holding there that's asking, and hey,
Yeah.
Hank told me you got some room up here, so you're number 3 up top.
Number 3.
Number 3, here's your key.
That's hey, thank you. I give him a gold.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Puts it in
Very
his little
generous,
pocket.
Delk is.
And so Delk starts up the stairs. They're numbered 1 through 5 on one side, 6 through 10 on the other.
Okay.
So you pass by 1, pass by 2, and then get to your door. Slowly put the key in.
Yeah.
It unlocks.
Yeah. Nice.
Push
Excellent.
open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And as you make your way in, you see a fancy bottle of wine sitting over there with
nice.
a bow on it. And of course the pillows and blankets are all folded nicely and stuff. This is the premium room. Come on, man.
Very nice.
But,
Very
as
nice.
soon as you walk in, to your left, you notice what would be a normal tall mirror to somebody is an extra tall mirror
Oh
to
my
Delk.
good! It's like he's like looking.
So
at
it's about twice. Yeah.
Mhm,
So at this point, what do we see in our reflection?
Yeah, so Delk is 5 foot tall, so that's tall for a dwarf.
Mhm.
He is really tan from spending his time outdoors, first as a farmer, now as kind of a wanderer. He wears simple clothes, farm clothes, so simple brown trousers, simple green shirt, and then he has a sickle and a hand axe. The sickle is definitely dwarvish in nature, and then the hand axe is definitely more of an orc weapon. He has got a silver wolf's head on his head, wearing it like a hat. The wolf has an eye patch over its right eye, and Delk himself, other than being very tan, he has black hair and a black beard with a streak of white that runs from the bottom of his beard all the way up through his mustache and all the way through to the back of his head. So just kind of like a white streak through his black hair. He got that the very first time he went into rage. It just went through his hair.
Gotcha.
He carries on his back, he has a simple backpack, bedroll, and then an orc greatsword, a big two-handed sword.
Sweet.
And simple farmer's boots, and I think that's it.
Okay. How would Delk go about finishing up his day?
So he would put his weapons close at hand, and he would... So he's been experiencing these weird, like, planar moments since the first time he envisioned Yggdrasil, the world tree. He's been experiencing these weird, like, kind of planar moments, both during awake and dream states, and he is just kind of thinking and trying to calm and still his mind, because he has a tendency to really fly off the handle these days.
Yeah.
And just become enraged as
Yeah.
a barbarian. And so he's just trying to calm himself. He would probably take off his weapons, make sure his greatsword is close at hand, and then just be amazed at the luxury of what is probably just a modest room, but for him is
It's luxury.
amazing. I mean, he
Luxury.
came from a farmhouse, but they were more like a working farm, so
Yeah.
not really the lap of luxury, but just bare necessities. Whereas this is like, oh, there's a mattress and pillows and blankets and a mirror and all these different things. So
the luxury. It must be
Yeah.
nice being a rich person.
yeah, exactly. So he's taking it in, soaking it in, and really, really enjoying the fact that he can get good restful sleep tonight, and really, really be able to rest because his bedroll's comfortable, but not as comfortable
Nothing
as
like a bed.
Yeah, and then he's counting his 25 gold after, selling.
Successful days.
Had a successful day. He was generous. He loves to share.
Yes, sir.
With the town people. So yeah, he's at that point he would probably, once he's ready, just lay down and kind of just quickly drift off since he's lived such a physical lifestyle.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As Delk kind of lays down, closing his eyes, taking those big breaths, kind of feel a kind of a heartbeat. Is it your own? Is it something else? And that a small little vision of that tree kind of shows up. And then you hear, your time is close. So, we pull back from our experience with Delk and dive into our last day with Aurora. So on the last day on Aurora's plane, she wakes up first thing in the morning in the Bronze District, or in the Silver District where she, wrong material. In the Silver District where she awakens, starts going about her day, the usual, brush teeth, brush your hair 150 times, get up all your coin purses and medical gear that you have, and head on out to the Bronze District where you like to do your daily routes. At this point, Aurora starts entering the Bronze District. This is somewhere where Aurora grew up herself, and so she knows it like the back of her hand.
Oh, that's new.
She looks, hey, wait, that mole hasn't been there. She looks around and there's, dilapidated buildings, people coughing, sickness running rampant through the cities. It's just, it's way different than you can tell from when you come from your place in the Silver District, how substantially it kind of drops back down. Give me a perception check real quick. It's at this point that a couple of children start running up to you. Hi, lady. Hi. What are you doing here today?
I know what you are.
You
19.
A 19?
Yeah.
One of the kids is near your front trying to have a conversation with you, and you kind of see the other one in the side of your eye. You know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of see one of them reaching down for your purse, and you see him nab about one or two little coins. Do you do anything?
She's just
Just let her.
Yeah,
Okay.
she just lets them.
So then you kind of see the two kids kind of give each other this undiscerning nod to each other. Okay, well, you have a great day, lady. Thank you. And
Yeah.
hope you're doing well. And they kind of skip off together. What a weird situation.
Right.
But so you start your way down your usual routes, down the main road initially, checking down, looking down different ways, and it's at one point where you notice one of these little hallways, or one of these little down valleys and alleys. The word was in there.
Yeah.
But one of these alleys, and you notice it as where you used to run around and be a hoodlum as a kid. You know that your headquarters were down there for the Street Rats. Street Rats headquarters was just about 2 doors down on the right, back behind that thing. You have to move the wall a little bit, but then back right in there. Do you you want to go down, are you going down memory lane, or?
She's afraid to.
She's afraid to at that point.
Mhm.
What would be holding her back?
Just knowledge that she left them behind
Mhm.
to pursue her path.
Yeah.
So
Though it's hard to
yeah.
still comprehend that you had to leave that life behind in
Mhm.
order to become this person that is moving and trying to help.
Yeah.
That's completely understandable. Not many would go down that path because they say if it's in the past, it needs to stay in the past. But those memories will always be there with you.
Yeah.
At that point, you hear this yelling and commotion, and you hear this man yelling, running through the streets. Please, please help me, help you, cleric. Please, can you help me? It's my daughter.
Of course.
We don't know what's wrong with her, but we've tried everything, and it's just nothing seems to be working for her.
Of course. I'll be happy to take a look.
You guys start down the road, and you guys are booking it because he's sporadic at this point. He knows it's right about this time that clerics start showing up into the Bronze District that he could finally start maybe getting some help.
Mm-hmm.
It's at that point where you guys reach the front of the house, ransacked. I mean, the people that live here are just in squalor. And you guys run through the front door, right past bunches of plants and stuff out front. Is about the only thing that makes anything look beautiful is the plants that are growing up these buildings and in and out. You walk into the room and look down. Give me a medicine check
On the little girl.
on the little girl. She's been like this for about a week now, and we can't tell what's wrong with her. She just won't move, and she won't.
Can I do guidance on myself?
You can.
15.
15. You know this look. It's death. This little girl that's just laying there, motionless. The father's over there is just sporadic as can be. What can be done for her? She wasn't like this a week ago, and now now we can't. She won't do anything. We need to know that there's something we can do, and if there's not, then we need to move on from here. But what would you have us do?
You're wrong for that. Aurora, no, she doesn't have the strength to bring anyone back from the dead. But she's going to take the little girl's hand and
You lift it up.
yep, and she's going to put her other hand like over her forehead, and she's going to pray to Suni, knowing that even though she may not be able to have the power to do that, to bring her back,
Mhm.
it's just she's obligated to do this.
Yeah. To give last rites, almost.
Last rites, but even just like one last chance.
Yeah.
You know, see if she can, basically like doing a religion check to
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to commune
Do
with
it.
her God and beg
Give it
for
to me. And let's do it at advantage.
Okay. Come on. 17.
17. You're sitting there, and the prayers of Suni, you're holding the child's hand with your hands over the eyes. Please, Suni, if there's anything that you can do for this child, I know it's a long shot, but and nothing. Still, it just seems you have that connection with her, but she doesn't, whether she doesn't want to intervene or she can't at this point, being that the soul has been gone for that long. It's hard to bring that soul back that far. The father turns to you. Well, if it is that she is gone, then a burial we must have.
I'm so sorry.
No, thank you. Thank you for you're the first in a week that has been able to make it out here to these parts. But like they say, you can make more, I guess. But we do thank you and wish we had something we could give, but we have.
It's not necessary.
Well, thank you.
I'd actually be more than happy to conduct the last rites
If you would.
and help you bury her. I will even help pay for.
We there are areas here in the Bronze District where there's not a charge for the distribution of bodies, so to say. We'll talk with the town friar, and we'll set up a date in the next couple of days to, if you would be the one to do that for us, we would much appreciate it.
Of course.
We do thank you, Lady Aurora, for all your help and all you do for the Bronze District.
Doesn't feel like enough.
You kind of make your way out as the mother and father are kind of covering up the daughter. Start walking down the street, and man, that stuff is hard. But that's a part of things that you see every single day. There's, between the sickness that's running rampant through the lands and the gangs that run rampant through the lands, it's almost every day that you deal with something like this, and it takes every bit of you to suck that down and keep that smile and keep that positivity going towards shining out towards the world.
Yeah.
It's hard to look untouchable, but it's he who carries the weight.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're walking down the street, you just kind of reminiscing through the past and stuff of, man, I remember jumping building to building up there after we robbed that one guy. Oh man, that was cool. And then out of nowhere you hear, thief! And give me a dexterity check, please, with advantage. Or no, at disadvantage, sorry.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay. Don't fail me now.
You look down and you see an older lady kind of reaching your arms out, and obviously that's probably where the words came from.
I'm sorry, is this a dex saving throw or dex check?
Check.
You said disadvantage?
Yes.
5.
Okay. So since with what just happened, you're still kind of a little foggy. I mean, even it's still kind of wiping eyes at what you could have done, but you're not quite to that place in your life yet. But with that, so as you're wiping your eyes, you look up and this figure goes flying past you. What would you like to do? What would Aurora do in that situation?
Can Aurora at least perceive
Yes.
the blur?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage. You can guide yourself.
Oh, that's true. I will do that. I will do that. Don't fall off. Jesus Christ. 14.
14,
Oh,
okay.
thank God for modifiers.
So you see a face that you may have remembered from the past, but it was so quick. Some of the features, maybe like a pointed ear, a little bit of more of a pointed nose is all you kind of see in that flash, and then the color purple flashing by, and they take off down the road. It's with a hood up, some black pants, but they're taking off down the road. And this old lady is down to your right. Give him my purse back! Come back, you thief!
Is the thief within 60 feet of me?
Yes, he's running in the opposite direction, but at this point he's only about 20 feet away from you.
I'm going to cast command.
Command, okay.
So that is going to be a wisdom saving throw for the thief, DC 15.
DC 15. Wisdom, heard. That is not going to do it. He
Right.
fails.
So she commands him to halt.
And at that point you hear Aurora's halt! And he just...
And she's gonna go over to him and then
Aurora slowly
Saunter,
walks us
yeah.
up. And
and she's going to snatch the purse.
he's just kind of stuck like this.
Yeah.
And has one of those masks up in the hood.
And she'll pass the purse on to the old lady and be like,
Oh, thank you.
of course. And then she's going to pull the mask down to see who it is.
Ooh, give me a perception check.
Ooh! Okay. Yay, 19.
Unfortunately, this is not somebody that you know.
I'm so excited.
But there's this scar that kind of crawls across the face, and this toothy grin, pointed nose, and these pointed ears. It's obviously an elf of some sort, but he just gives you this mugging stare. Why?
She needed
When
it.
you're the one that used to be in my same shoes. Yeah, we know about you.
Okay.
Can I go now?
Yeah, just don't, at least if you're going to steal from somebody, it's worth to steal from.
It's hard out here,
Well,
as you know.
yeah. But you know what? There's other ways to do this.
Give me a persuasion check. At advantage.
At advantage is because I'm pretty.
He's swooning.
Oh my God.
The flip of the hair does it, just the whoosh, the wave of red.
Wave of red, yeah. Nice. 19.
Sweet. I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll consider it.
That's all we can ask for.
You're kind of an idol that we look at, you know? People take you as an example for both the good and bad. But I will consider it.
Yeah. On with you. Before the city watch comes to fetch you.
He takes off.
Yes, bark. Bark for me.
All right. Then Aurora kind of makes her way for the remainder of the day, kind of up and down streets, making sure that anybody that needs some help, whether it be medical, whether it be spiritual, whether it be just, hey, can you help me move this thing real quick? She's there just to help anyone. Sees some little kids running around and tosses them a couple coins. Visits the local bakery and donates to them as well, and refuses to have a piece of bread. That way that they can keep it within the community.
Yep.
Then she makes her way back to the Temple of Suni. At that point, you kind of walk in your door and give that kind of stretch, and I can't believe that today, another one. It just seems like every day there's something else.
Yeah.
It's another one. And I hope I can get to the point where I can really do some help. Right now it's there's
like,
more I want to do, but there's
like using a garden hose on a bonfire.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly. Or
Go
a
on the
spritzer
sprinkle option.
bottle.
Yeah, spritzer bottle.
with how much connection she has to Suni, but she's only growing and from here. But Aurora kind of meanders around her room, making sure all of her stuff is in order, counting how much money she has left, because they don't get a huge stipend from the church. Anything she makes is usually just anything she does for side jobs or anything like that.
I mean, she's, patrons, all that stuff.
And she's got a little secret stash.
Secret stash.
But, so then she kind of sits down at her little, what would you call that?
A vanity.
A vanity, yes. So she sits down at her vanity and looks into her mirror. What do we see?
So, so glad you asked. So you see a tall, like 5'10", half elf with just like really creamy, like porcelain skin, unmarred, except with freckles that just kind of like dot over her, over on like her nose. She's got moss green eyes, an androgynous face where it's like, she's got like sharper jaw, sharper cheekbones, but there's still like that
Effeminate
softness
Yeah.
that kind of like offsets the masculine sharpness of it all.
Uh-huh.
She's got thick curly
She got
hair.
some hair on her.
Well, she's got some hair on her. She's got thick curly hair that like she wears down to her hips. That she's like highlighted with oranges and pinks to kind of like
Sweet.
reflect the dawn. And then she's got her silk vestments underneath her black breastplate, emblazoned with the insignia of Sunni, which is just like a woman with flaming red hair.
Sweet.
And
So she's almost worshiping herself?
basically. I mean,
Oh my god, Sunni, me and you, girl.
Hey, girl. I did not mean to steal your look.
Hey, they say that flattery is the... Flattery is the...
Mimicry is the greatest form of flattery.
Yes, mimicry is the greatest form of flattery. That is, yes.
Yeah, she is brushing out that hair,
So she's,
doing her nightly, beautification ritual. This is how she communes to, like, Sunni, goddess of love, beauty, desire, passion. And so she's just like, doing all this and like,
kind of
kinda
down.
getting a little tired.
Okay.
She's doing it.
As she brushed out her hair, she could feel her eyes growing heavy. Despite her best efforts of remaining awake, the soothing, familiar motions beginning to lull her to sleep. Her final thoughts setting on the days gone by, her mind unable to entirely rest easy from the guilt that followed her still. Her heart aching for her old family, who she'd abandoned to take on this path. And she kind of starts to close her eyes and hears an heartbeat, and then it is soon. All right, so just had our little visit with Aurora. We flash now into the halls of the Order of Mysteries, where we find Xavier toiling away at his books. He's just found out that his father's passed, which kind of hits him really hard because he's been, after his mother leaving and not really knowing a whole lot about her, he was the one that he relied on getting his information, raising him, his everything.
Yeah.
While Xavier's kind of standing there examining some books, one of his order mates comes up to him, short half elf, about 5'6", 130 pounds, somewhere around there. You'd recognize him as Sebastian. Sebastian walks up. Hello, Xavier. I hear word of your father's passing, and I've come to give my condolences and know that you have a friend, should you need it.
I appreciate you stopping by. I'm at a loss.
I can only imagine. I'm lucky to have both of my parents still, but I couldn't even imagine what losing one, let alone both, would bring on you. But do know that you have friends, you have people here. Although we're not to leave right now, especially under the orders of your father, with his passing. But I've got a little game for us to play to kind of keep your head off.
Yeah, what game you got?
Wait, it's a game of riddles. I've acquired this book, and there's some pretty good ones in here that
Yeah.
I think both of us could get stumped with.
Probably.
So how we'll run this is we'll do, we'll roll an initiative roll.
Okay.
He doesn't have any mods. You can add your mods. Then, if you get an answer correct, you'll get advantage on answering the next question. So yeah, we'll start off with he's got an 11.
I got a 5.
You got a 5? So the riddle is, I twist and I turn with words that confuse. I hide myself in various clues. If you wish to fight me, then a sore head you'll have, or you can follow me down a long winding path. I am the middle of middle and also the end. A pencil would be better for yourself to defend. What am I? He will... this is a good one. A twist, turn. Oh, it's a river, of course. And that would be incorrect.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's a river.
If it's not a river, then it would be on to Xavier.
Can you say it again?
I twist and I turn with words that confuse. I hide myself in various clues. If you wish to fight me, then a sore head you'll have. If you can follow me down, or you can follow me down a long winding path. I am the middle of middle and also the end. A pencil would be better for yourself to defend. What am I?
Would it be like a journal?
Close. I'll give him another. I think I've got it. It must be a riddle.
That was my second guess.
All right, we'll roll again.
We got 2 times.
So he is up 1. Sebastian 1, and then on your roll.
15.
Oh, Xavier will go first. The riddle is, I don't have eyes, but once I did see. I once had thoughts, now white and empty. What am I?
One more time.
I don't have eyes, but once I did see. I once had thoughts, now white and empty.
Once had thoughts. No, I'm having a hard time thinking today, Sebastian.
No worries.
Oh.
I think I might have this one.
Yeah, you think you do? Go for it.
Why, it's a skull, of course.
Oh.
Well, I used to have eyes, now I don't have eyes, but once I did see. I once had thoughts, now white and empty.
Makes sense, because I was just thinking of a blind man.
that would be close as well, I think. All right, we'll give her another roll ski here. Ooh! Ooh!
Another 15 from me.
Yeah, 15, sweet. Okay, let's do. If you drop me, I'm sure to crack. Give me a smile. I always smile back.
Smile back. I think that one might be a mirror.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. He starts shooting off pyrotechnics out of his fingers. You got it, you got it.
I just face palm.
All right.
Sebastian, always with your theatrics.
I know it. Well, I'm trying to get your mind off of. You seem so down lately, and I know this place can get kind of sad. It's depressing in here when we can't go anywhere else. Yes, there's books galore, but I sure.
Knowledge, of course.
Yes, the knowledge is nice. I do admire all of the books, but it gets lonely. I find myself talking to myself quite often.
I think I hear you sometimes.
I think. Oh no. All right. So you'll get advantage on this one. This will be the last puzzle.
Another 15.
Another 15. Sweet. And he did not. So, the final puzzle. What does man love more than life? fear more than death or mortal strife. What the poor have, the rich lack, and what contented men's desire. What the miser spends, and the spendthrift saves, and all men carry to their graves.
All right, one more time, Sebastian. That one's lengthy.
What does man love more than life? Fear more than death or mortal strife? What the poor have, what the rich lack, and what contented men's desire. What the miser spends, and the spendthrift saves, and all men carry to their graves.
Is it a heart?
No? Give you one more try. You might think it's not that, but it's that.
I'm not sure on that one.
I'm gonna give an interjecting roll. Yeah. I'll give you one more. He's over there kind of. Spendthrift saves, miser spends, what the poor have, and what the rich don't, what the rich lack, what men fear, and what all men take to their graves. Why? It kind of sounds like nothing.
I mean, but do they just take nothing?
That our soul would be the only thing I could think. But I do not know on that one. I think that one is still a mystery. I should go check some more books for that one.
Okay.
And
I'm not sure on that one.
but I hope you had a little bit of fun, and do know that you do have friends here in the Order. We're abundant, of course. You see everyone hustling and bustling around, but do know that if you need someone to talk to, at least your buddy Sebastian is here. And
I'll remember you, Sebastian.
thank you, sir. And my condolences again to you.
Thank you.
Kind of take off, and you're still kind of still there, searching through your books and looking through. Give me an investigation check. 17. So then at this point, as you're going through your books and that one's Animals of the Forest. No, I don't really need that one. Grabbing one. Different languages in Dwarven. Okay. Don't need that one. And you reach out and grab this one book, and on the spine you notice something. You see that XC.
Oh.
That would
I
be.
immediately grab it.
Grab that book, and you hold on to it, and you know that's your father's emblem on the back there. And oh man, I can't believe I missed that. And you turn to the front of it, and it says "Means of Travel" by Xavier Chorus. And do you open up the book?
I do open up the book.
As you open up the book, you look inside, and there's nothing. Nothing written on the pages. But then, out of nowhere, it seems that this mirror materializes in front of it and starts to it's kind of getting facial recognition to see who's reading this book and whether should they be allowed to.
Is it like a dusty book? Is
Oh
it
yeah.
been there for
Oh
a
yeah.
long time?
Yep. This book, it was deep in there, turned around to the point where you couldn't even see the spine of it.
Okay.
But so it starts to kind of scan you, and what do we see?
Oh. Definitely a younger elf. Maybe around 110 years old. Just hit his first century.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. High elf in nature. Has a short curly hair, but it's blonde. It's a bright blonde.
Okay.
It's always a mess. He does not. He does not care for his appearance at all.
It's hard. It's hard too when you're bumbling around through the books all the time.
That, and he just gave up on trying to take care of curly hair. It was not his nature. Everyone
Just
else
cover
around him has straight hair, so that they're always like very. Anytime he tries to do something similar, it's just not his style.
No.
Always wearing just like a purple cloak.
Okay.
Typically just a normal, probably like white shirt with accents of purple around where he can have it or where it belongs.
Okay. Alrighty. At this point, it kind of feels like after it finishes scanning you, the mirror dematerializes, and in its place, a puff of smoke and this single scroll kind of moving around. It's got the symbol of your father's emblem on it, but still say no words on the pages of any kind, but just this floating scroll. Can you grab it?
I'll grab the scroll.
Grab the scroll out, kind of close up the book, set it to the side in the keep pile, of course.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it in my bag.
Put it into your bag, okay. Then Xavier will, would he continue kind of looking through his books, going to check out a different section of the library?
He's probably going definitely looking for his favorite books.
Okay.
Probably just grabbing onto those, holding on to them.
Okay. So
Piling them up of common books he would want.
Gotcha.
He also might look for just.
Anything in particular
He's
that he's
very
kind of
tired of the of being at this library. At least today, this burden is heavier than most.
Yeah.
So he's looked before. He's going to look for books about the world he is from.
Okay.
Common practices.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. I'll give you that at advantage because you'd kind of know where stuff is, but.
Investigation 18.
18. Okay. So Xavier walks over and they've got one of those floating carts instead of with the wheels on it because it's magical, of course. They got one of those floating book carts and he's coming along and a little bit on that one would probably do.
Once he can't reach, he's just gonna telekinetically
grab it. There's a couple up top and he's just like, he tries to jump, he's like, nah. Waves his hand and the book just kind of drops down to him. And gather a culmination of books, mainly in the titles of the world that you're from. A couple more that you've been able to discover with your dad's name, at least the insignia on it.
Yeah. Any of those I definitely grab.
And you're the big thing is at this point with your father passing that you're kind of wanting to collect get his culmination of books and volumes all together. Not that you're trying to hoard them. It's just more of a personal. There may be some things that he didn't disclose to you, or some things that he wanted to teach you that just one didn't have time.
Yeah.
Just more materials, really, because you can't have too many books.
Yeah.
And so as you're going around and picking out those books and stuff like that, you kind of feel a burning sensation in your pocket. There.
I'll reach in there and
pull it out.
What's there?
And it's that scroll. The insignia is just almost looks like it's glowing red hot.
I'll try and open it.
Okay. On the interior, as you pop the seal, set it down. Why is that hot? And you start to unravel, and as you unravel the scroll, it says, "To my son Xavier, use this as the book entails. Love, XC."
I'll start reading through the scroll a little bit.
And then as you open it further and further, there's a saying or a culmination of words that you would depict as like somatic components for a spell.
Okay.
No labeling on this of any kind, but you found it in the book labeled means of transportation. And your father's message says, use this as the book entails.
I'm gonna go try and find a isolated spot in the library where there's not other workers.
Go ahead and
or
do,
other people to order around.
Give me a perception check at advantage.
Perception. 18.
18. It's pretty crowded in this area of this library. You know that there's hallways that connect to different sections. Some detailing more in, they're kind of genre-tized, where each little sub-outlet of the library is a different series of knowledge, or so you kind of go down the hallway, pass by a couple of scribe people, and people of the scribe of the order that you guys are a part of. They kind of give you a silent nod because nobody really wants to say anything. Some people feel like you just need to give people their time to heal internally before expressing. Some people are the opposite, like your friend Sebastian that comes up and says, "Hey, I know your dad died, but you want to play a game?" So you head down the hallway and enter this room that's labeled Mysteries of the Below. And you've never really kind of heard of that section because you don't really like necromancy or dark things, and you kind of, though you're intrigued of those kinds of things, it kind of puts you off.
Yeah.
So you enter into there and get behind some of these where there's not really anyone else into there. Got the scroll, pull the scroll back out, roll it out, and
I'll just keep reading through
keep
it.
reading. See if you can.
At some point, definitely seems like it's gonna be a spell. I'm gonna attempt to cast it.
Okay. As you start reading through, it's in a language you understand, but it's weird because it's like initially when you rolled it down, it wasn't in a language that you would have understood. But as you start reading it, it like translates starts making sense to you, and then you notice that this is either a teleportation spell or something else. But it's labeled as a means of travel.
Yep.
So.
For a means of travel, I'm gonna go with the interpretation. It seems to be teleportation.
Okay. And in your head, you're going, man, I need to get out of here.
Yep. I want out.
Yeah. Okay. Give me an Arcana check at advantage.
Okay. It's gonna be 12.
A 12. So Xavier pulls the scroll out, starts reading through. Sen Shao Matare Mesh, and you kind of feel your body start tingling. And then you see these lights, sparks of light almost start coming off your skin, like little pieces of you start popping off. And you're starting to get a little concerned as your body just keeps losing pieces after piece after piece after piece and starts flying up into where? Nowhere. It just flies off as a piece of light and disappears in the ether. And before you know it, your arms are gone. Pieces of your leg are starting to go. You start wondering, did this spell go awry? Is it doing what it's supposed to? And before you know it, you feel the last remnants. You see your eyes, and then black.
All right.
And then all you hear is like a heartbeat. And then the time is close. So, we now find ourselves just outside of the town of Ashborough, where Visha and her adventuring partner Silas had just fought and defeated the Blight Wraith, but at the same time losing her partner. Visha awakens in her room at the local inn, still kind of just shooken by the events of the day prior. How could we defeat something so huge? But then why did it have to take him? Why was that necessary? And you start thinking back as you're eating your breakfast, you start thinking back on where could I have done different? What could we have done to keep him here? What could we have done? At least we were able to stop the blight on this time. Who's to say it doesn't come back and wipe the entirety of the town out? And while you're sitting there eating breakfast, you remember those words that the Mother of Sorrow said to you. And they were along the lines of, many have been lost in this cycle called life. Many lost eons before intended. Visha, I choose you as my champion. With this power, the weight of every suffering soul shall both strengthen your might and embolden your resolve. For that you must carry the weight. Do you accept?
Yes.
You remember yourself saying yes, and without even knowing what you were agreeing to, but it was that instinct in you that was telling you that there's something about this that can be beneficial. Maybe I can use this against the blight, and so I'll agree to anything right now. At least I'm still here. So with that, you kind of, as you are getting ready for the day, and you're still just kind of pondering on the day's events of even the whole past week of leading up to this, you head out into town, and the idea is that you're going to go check out and see if there's any information at the library. So Visha heads over to the library, where she's found at the very front. She finds her little hedgehog friend, Miss Eldwin, the priest, and Central the Corvum, who's the scholar. And you walk up to the front desk. You see that Eldwin's got a little step that she steps up onto, that way that she can see, and Central kind of just sits on a little perch up top, but is still like having normal conversations with you. Eldwin reaches out and,
Hi. Hello, Visha. Welcome back.
Oh, hello.
What can we do for you today?
Well, I'm just trying to see if I could continue any of. I know Silas and I come to you to talk a little bit about the blight. But I'm always hunting for more information.
Yes.
Information is power, and I'm just trying to see if there were any other texts that I missed. Or
I will have Corvum take a look.
Oh, perfect.
Or
Thank you.
Central. I'll have Central take a look. Central! Yes. Will you go check out those? Go find those blight books I was telling you about. Yeah. Okay.
And
he jumps down.
Oh, he's so helpful.
Bye.
He's so helpful.
yeah, okay. And then when Central returns, give me a perception check. He brings up 2 books. One of the books says, one of them was saying,
It's an 18.
an 18. Okay. So the first book says, past diseases and infections of the land. And the other simply says, the history of Ashbarrow. In the first book, as you kind of meander over to your little corner of the library, start flipping through it, give me a history check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Oh yeah. So as you're flipping through those books and stuff like that, the history of Ashbarrow doesn't really have anything.
Right.
She thought it might talk of stuff in the past that may have occurred, but there's no mention of the blight. It seems to be kind of something newer to this area. But in the other one, you do find out a little bit more about the blight you find out it's more of a disease that takes over someone initially, and then kind of it's kind of like a symbiotic relationship at first.
Right.
But if your soul is corrupt, then it takes over you.
Okay.
It's simply the strength of your soul that allows you to fend off the blight. And there's a lot of terrible people out here. And so they would be the ones. It doesn't give any recollection of the first case but does tell you that it comes from a transmittable disease that attacks the soul itself.
Okay.
So then, with that information, you kind of close up your books. You have your little notes. Walk back up to Eldwin and Central, and they. Well, is there anything else we could do for you?
Oh no, that was wonderful. I
Okay.
got some more
Central!
information.
Yeah. Tell our friend goodbye. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye, Central.
Goodbye.
And he goes back to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, you have a wonderful day. If there's anything else that
Oh, of course.
we will try to see if we can get some more
Thank
some more
you.
books. And we will know. We'll send word to your end.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
But you have a wonderful day.
You as well.
You exit out of the door. You enter the outside.
It's a revolving door. It's gonna come back in.
Well, welcome back. So then at that point, you notice that the street to your right leads straight down towards where you all had fought off the blight. So you head on down towards there. And the more you get, the closer you get, the harder your heart starts pounding until you're right there in the foyer. And then before your eyes, you just kind of see it happening again. You see the moment where Silas is struck down. It looks like his soul's kind of being ripped from his body. But at that point is when you were given the opening to make the killing blow. And just his screams reminisce through your head over and over and over, and you kind of keep beating yourself up, saying, "There's more that I could have done. There's more that I could have done." Then you just hear that little whisper in your head, "I'm here. I'm here." And you kind of are able to calm down a little bit. You make your way around, hoping to see some sort of signs of Silas. Give me a perception check at a disadvantage. Oh, it would be a straight roll if you have Neela out.
Yeah. I always got my girl. That one's done. That one's done till I get up. That is an 18.
Okay. So you're looking around, kind of scouring everywhere, every nook and cranny, everywhere that you can. Find a little piece of his shirt attached. It's kind of blowing in the wind,
Right.
attached to a piece of stone. But you recognize that as his. And then you see that, and a kind of an initial thought goes through your head to something to the effect of, "There's no way that he could still be alive. No, there's no way. I saw his soul get taken from his body." But with the kind of hustle and bustle of the city at this point, or of the town, is starting to kind of die down as you're still out there, kind of walking around. Where is there any possibility I could find the remnants of Silas? Maybe that might be a thing for tomorrow. Maybe I need to move on to a different city. I don't know which way to go. Silas was the one that used to take the lead. I was just to follow. I was just the manpower. Neela helped a lot.
Yeah.
But, so that's just kind of weighing on you all the entirety of the day, but you know that the mother has you now under her wing. And maybe, just maybe, there's something down the road with her that can help either bring him back or give you some sort of closure. You make it back to your room, up the stairs of the inn, down the hallway, swing open your door, and kind of plop down on your bed there, thinking a second, well, there must be something. Must be something we're missing. It couldn't, no. And so you reach down into your bag, start looking through your bag, pull out one of the journals that used to be Silas's, kind of set it on the bed there next to you. Reach down in there, grab an old bottle of wine, that we were going to celebrate with this. Set it down there next to it. Reach down into your bag and pull out a hand mirror. And what do we see?
We see a woman with very pointed features, bronze skin, dark hair, except for one section on her left that is a bright, vibrant green. She is kind of matching bright green eyes, though they are slitted like a snake's.
Oh yeah.
Just the faintest dusting on her cheeks and her forehead of some like scales.
Okay.
Tired, worn.
Battled and bruised and bumped up
Oh yeah.
from the day before. So then Visha reaches over and starts kind of reading back through Silas's notes, through his journals, just reminiscing. You can almost hear it in his voice being read. Grab a couple of the maps, mark off another spot, and you look through your map and it seems like there's X marks all over the spot, all over the map, where it just seems that this blight is just spreading more and more southeast. And you sit there wondering, is there any way that we can stop this? I have some information on how it starts, but how do you keep a soul from corrupting itself? Pull out Neela, your buddy. Luckily, she's still there. Mm-hmm. But if she disappears, you can always bring her back.
Yeah.
But she kind of coils around and starts rubbing her little head on your arm, trying to calm you down a little bit. She can tell when you're upset.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of comes up your arm, rolls herself around your neck, kind of gives you a little couple snake kisses. You kind of lay back on your bed, just kind of thinking, where next? Where do we go next? Neela? Yeah, I don't know either. And as you've been tired. Your eyes start fading. And as your eyes completely close, you hear a heartbeat. And then the voice. Soon. Okay. So, where we find Zamyr is on the road, just getting into Templeton.
Oh, okay.
As you're walking up, Zamyr's remembering that those things that happened 10 years ago. How could we not find what we were needing to find? You were with a band of adventurers, and though you weren't necessarily using them, you were kind of using them as an aid. You weren't using them for bad purposes, but you were using them to help you get, because there's some places you can't reach by yourself. But as you're walking up to the town, the flash of 10 years ago with Meryl getting killed, it almost brings a tear to your eye that, man, it's been a while since I've been here. And I don't even know why I'm back here. There's just got to be leads that I haven't found. There's got to be people that I haven't gotten word from. So as you're entering town, you know this is a human town. So after what happened with the rebellion, you kind of cloak up, put your hood up, kind of put your mask up a little bit to hide at least the tips of your ears, and at least the kind of form more pointed shape of the chin. Go ahead and give me a perception check, and then also give me a stealth check.
Perception stealth. Okay. So perception is 13.
A 13.
Yes. And then stealth Stuff is 7.
Oh, okay. All right. So you think you're stealth. You think you're doing pretty well. You've got your hood up, got your little mask up, and you're kind of slowly walking with your green outfit on. As you're walking up towards the inn, you notice a beggar there, just outside, and Zamyr reaches over and pulls a coin out, and as he goes to toss it, his ear pokes out. And at that point, you hear both scoffs of people, dirty elf. But at the same time, you see some faces almost giving you the look of, really? Why would he give money to a beggar? And kind of almost appreciative of a look like, really? Like they are good people when all the humans have been told elves are evil and violent and come to rape and murder, and for you to show this simple gesture of helping the homeless just kind of resonates with some of the people. So you see a culmination of people giving this sour look at you and some kind of pleased at your gesture. As you look up at the inn, it is labeled as the Broken Hammer Inn. Looking at the front, there's a bay of 3 windows on the right, 1 window on the left. Up top, it's kind of like you've got your deck initially in the front, then a door in the middle, and then you see a second and a third level up above. Each of those have a railing system with a little foyer area that they can step out onto. You notice a couple of doors. You can't quite see the third level, but on the second level you see 1, 2, 3, 4 doors kind of separated as well, so you can see that they're separated rooms.
I think Zamyr would be very familiar with this.
Yes. Yep, it's as soon as you walk in there, it's just, it just keeps hitting triggering those memories. Every minute that you're in this town, you remember that. Oh, I remember exactly what happened there. I remember that, and oh man, and so you would know this place, but you're not sure that it would be owned by the same people that it was 10 years ago. So when you walk inside, you are greeted with the proprietor of the establishment, and his name is Hank Stensby, and this is also known in little bubble letters underneath. It says Stensby's Bar and Inn. So you walk in, and Hank is right there in the front. And what can we do for you today, sir?
Just forgive me. I'm just passing through. Do you mind if I sit down somewhere, have a meal, and drink something to drink?
My boss. You do have money, yes?
Of course. Yeah.
I will let Lorelei take you to the corner.
Sure. Thank you.
You are. Lorelei walks up, and she's about 5'4", 5'5", young human woman.
Right.
No, right this way, sir. Right this way.
You follow her over to the corner.
We have a special today is, of course, pork stew.
Comes with 2 or 3 pieces of bread, and we do have our own ale on special as well today.
I'll take the special. Thank you.
Very well. She takes off to get your order. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
30-20, yes. So as you look around, it's a lot of humans. So you're kind of doing this, kind of like, what am I thinking from Lord of the Rings? Aragorn, where he's in the corner, trying to be as incognito as he can. You see a couple little groups of different humans, varying in sizes, weights, shapes, colors. In the corner, you do see what looks to be what you could discern as another elf trying to be incognito. Because I mean, you all know that if you're seen, you're treated way differently than normal human beings would be. So then Loreline returns back with the food and the drink. But then you sit there eating your meal, just kind of reminiscing still of trying to think of where you might go next. There's not really any more signs here. You kind of notice people giving you an odd look. Some may have noticed that you're an elf, some may not have. But you kind of feel this weird aura kind of being pushed at you. Then Loreline comes back up and was everything to your liking this evening?
Yes. Yes. How much is the? How much?
In total is 5 gold.
5 gold. I'll reach in. I'll put in 7 gold. So she'll get like 2 gold too.
And the extras for?
It's for you now.
Oh, well, thank you.
Question: if I wanted to get a room here for later, would I speak to Hank about it? Or?
Yes. Well, I can definitely do that myself. I would just need to clear that with him.
Sure. Yeah. If there is a room available, please let me know. Thank you.
And she takes off. You see them over there. She's pointing over towards your table. The looks on both of their faces aren't. I mean, you're a paying customer.
Right.
It's business before anything. So he's over there and he kind of gives this thinking, and then it finally agrees to it. Gives her one of the keys. She returns over. Well, the proprietor has allowed me to give you a room for the evening. Although we know you are now, you have been respectful to this point. And so we will charge you another 5 gold for the night. That is strictly because of reasons.
I understand. Until pull it in, take out 5 gold.
She'll grab it. And here's your key.
Thank you. I believe there's forgive me, I haven't been here in a while, but as I understand it, there should be a tree somewhere out in town that's relatively new.
I've heard tell of this tree.
Yeah,
Are you looking for information on the tree, or when it
one's-
decided to show up?
No,
or-
no one's done anything to the tree, right?
No, we do not deface trees here. We are people that enjoy our trees. That's why we are out here in the middle of them. The only time we take down trees are for strictly construction purposes. But the tree in question, I believe, still stands.
Forgive me, I hate to ask. Would it be safe to say that tree started to grow about 10 years ago?
And as she's thinking back, from what you can tell, she's probably 20, if that.
Sure.
So she was, well, when I was just a child, I haven't noticed much, but because there's trees everywhere.
Of course.
It's hard to discern from one to another. But, I mean, trees are trees, so they do grow over time.
Every tree has a story, but I understand. It's
Yes.
especially here.
Yes. Is there anything else I can do for you this evening?
No. Thank you. I won't be gone long. I think I'll spend some time at this tree,
Right.
and that won't be a problem.
No.
Or do you need along the key while?
No, we have your money already.
Fair enough. All right. No, thank you so much for the food and for course.
Thank you for your patronage. She walks away. You finish eating and kind of stand up and start to make your way out of the inn, the saloon.
Yeah.
Heading towards the
tree.
Merrill Street. Give me a perception check at advantage.
Sorry, where is it? Perception, there we are. 14.
Sweet. So as you come out of the inn, you know exactly where it is. Everything starts flashing back to you. You turn left through the courtyard, do right through that little hallway. Then as the final arch that is accompanied with some short walls, just outside of that is where you see the tree out in the distance. Still standing, just little buds starting to bloom because you're in probably springtime. Just gotten done with the harsh winter, and so the blooms are just now starting. But you see that Merrill's tree is still standing there and raging with life, because it's been making it year after year, and that pleases you because that's the big defining moment, and that's almost as much you would treat that tree as you would Merrill at this point.
If I'm able, I go up to the tree and just lay a hand on it.
You kneel down, kind of press your hand to the tree, and then your forehead. Just sit there as you reach up and grab your ring.
Someday, I'll bring you home. I'm glad you're here.
You just hear the wind pushing the tree back and forth.
I think he'll sit there for a little bit and polish it after. And then, just when he's starting to compose himself,
Oh my God!
he'll make his way back to the inn, or back to town, the inn.
So as Zamyr kind of stands up from the tree and gives it one last kind of goodbye, turns around and through the archway, down the hallway, out across the foyer, across the square, up into the inn. Hink and the server kind of just allow you to come through because they recognize you again. You head up. Over in the corner is where the stairs kind of ascend up, and then as you turn around, there's another set that goes to the top floor, but your room is on the second floor.
Gotcha.
So you head up, room number 4. They're 1 through 10 on the right, 6 through 10 on the left, or
Odds
left.
evens, yeah. Yeah. I got you.
But then, so you make your way down to room 4, shove the key in, and you're like, please, don't let them screw me over. Click, and it opens up. You open up the door, shut it behind you, then go ahead and give it a lock, just to make sure that you're...
While I'm at it, what's the furniture situation like in this?
As you walk in, there's just kind of a simple bed to the right with a nightstand. A single flower grows in a vase. You've got yourself one little window right up top. And to your right is a little bathing station and a little walk-in closet.
All right. What Zamyr will do is he'll gently take the little vase off the nightstand. He'll put it somewhere on near the windowsill, and then he'll take the nightstand, position it so that way it's right under the door handle.
Oh, okay.
He has reason to be careful.
Yeah. But especially since some saw you, and they might be making note of that. And it's scary times that we live in, and you never know what someone would do in the middle of the night, especially knowing and seeing you dressed up in the garb that you are.
Granted, you had your kind of shawl over covering a little bit, but they still would have seen some of the armaments, some of the weapons on you. So you kind of start, after you make sure that nightstand is underneath the door handle, make sure that you don't have any access, triple checking sure it's locked. So when you start to disarm, start pulling off metal pieces, start taking off all of your armor and your clothing, make a quick bath, pretty much just to dunk the sponge in there, kind of one of these quick, because you're more interested in quickness than cleanliness, just because you want to get back to the point of being ready. So you quickly bathe up, and then as you're throwing pieces on is when you swing open the closet door, which holds a full-length mirror, and we see
looking back at him, his face he wouldn't recognize a decade ago. He's probably a little, like his features are definitely a little more sharper now, but he's fair-skinned, he's 6 foot. He's got kind of like he's slim, lean layer muscle. To most humans, he would appear to be someone in their late 20s, early 30s, clean shaven. He's using the mirror right now to kind of put his shoulder length hair back up and wrap it up in the, kind of like in a, for lack of a better word, an updo. It's this autumnal red-brown hair. He's got these piercing emerald green eyes with golden flecks in them. Puts 2 piercings on the upper tip of his right ear, and as he's, slowly putting like his tunic back on, covers up this kind of like a scar, like a magical scar that epicenter is like right over where his heart would be. It kind of just wraps around the center of his chest and to his back as well. That's Zamyr.
So then as he's putting all of his armor back on, grabs his weapons, throws them back in their sheaths, prepares himself for his trance. Open trance. Kind of collects himself, checks the door again, make sure the door is locked, and as he kind of sits back against the wall, and grabs onto his ring that he got from Merrill, he just kind of hears that voice again. My emerald. A little tear comes down, and tell yourself, I will get you home. You don't worry about that. We'll be together again, one way or another. As you sit in there and rub in the ring, start to enter your trance. Just as you start falling deeper and deeper into your trance, you hear a heartbeat. And the words, soon. Inside of a forest, we find, just on the outskirts of Rivermouth, little tent set up, little wagon with the name Mandrift the Medium on the side. We obviously know this is one of Lucan's disguises. We transition inside of the tent to where Lucan, disguised as Mandrift, is practicing and performing a seance for these lords and lady and son of Rivermouth, because they've been having what they think is spirits haunting them, and they're at their last wits on who to call and who to help, and that's when Mandrift shows up. And Serene is also there, accompanying Lucan as his assistant. And at this point, Lord Ulrich, okay, what do we need to do to to rid ourselves of these spirits. They.
Silence, please. You see him kind of wave his hand, and like he'll light up a bunch of candles just with the wave of his hand, just light up. A little bit of smoke kind of occurs. In this visage, he has like an older man, long gray hair, like streaks of white in it, very wrinkled skin, got like a very leathered looking skin on it as well. His eyes are kind
of knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's been through he's lived a long life from his appearance, and like we got these deep blue eyes, but as he closes them, he opens again, and then they're just pure white. I feel the spirits in here. Everyone gather hands around.
Serene reaches over.
Grab my hand, Lord.
And he's mentally commanding his unseen servants to kind of go through and like start like shaking the shutters and like moving objects around, like all like you see like little bobbits and things, bubbles just kind of go around, lifting up and circling,
fluttering through.
Oh, they are here. They are very angry.
How do we cure it?
You have angered them.
What do you need? What do you need of a spirit?
They require. You must appease them. Gold, trinkets, jewels, whatever you have.
Yes, that sounds right.
Deposit them behind the old well, behind your manor.
Okay. And that's when you see over in the corner a little sign being held up by your sister. It says, "Give some to the orphanage." She's kind of dropping it up and down, making it looking like it's dancing around, and then it drops and hits the ground. Okay, so the well, gold, jewels.
Yes, gold,
and,
trinkets, jewels there.
We will make sure that all gets there.
Yes.
Really, money cures.
But they say money is the root of all evil. You must disperse it. Appease the spirits, give it to them, the servants who bones lay upon here.
Give me a deception with the advantage.
Advantage, nice. That would be 18.
18.
Not great.
That's all right. That'll do enough. So the Lord Ulrich, wife, son, as soon as we are home, everything out of the house. We shall collect up, have the servants collect up every piece of silver, every piece of gold. We will no longer be a status. Because the status is, as he says, evil, and we shall not become the evil or let this plague us any longer. We shall be a house of good people.
Very good, yes. The spirits seem very pleased with it.
And then Serene picks up, or your sister picks up the thing again.
Spirits, there's another spirit here, seems angry. It says donate some of it to the orphanage.
Drops again. To the orphanage? Yes, that sounds correct. Yes, okay.
Of the needy, yes, that must, yes, getting rid of your wealth. That will definitely help. It'll appease the spirits. It'll make the orphans happy, make you all as one in your village, yes.
Very well.
Yes.
So, would you have us create no status symbols of any kind then? Would that rid the entirety of the city?
That should do it, yes. I believe that will appease the spirits and
Cool.
allow
Wife,
all
son,
of these horrible things to end and bring you
once
all
right away.
peace
Right
once
away.
and for all. You see, like the shutters. He commands them to like start shaking everything. It's like everything starts slowing down as they're agreeing to all this.
And books kind of meander their way back onto the shelves and close up.
Yes.
The flickering of the lights all stop.
Yes, that seems to be appeasing them. Ensure that you do this as soon as possible. Bury it behind the well, out back, and then donate the rest of it to the orphanage.
Okay.
Yes.
We shall get right on this.
Very good.
Let us be out. Let us leave. Wife, son, Thank you, Mandrake.
You're most welcome.
You have helped us plenty, and we have something for you as well. And he grabs a big old bag of jewels and gold. This is your payment. I hope this is a beginning piece of a sign that we are towards good favors.
Thank you, yeah. Please excuse me, I must rest. Channeling the spirits
Very well.
takes much out of me. Go now.
They rise, and as they're heading up, you just hear a woo, and then fade away. As they exit, Serene leans over just as she sees and hears their carriage start to take off. Are you freaking kidding me?
You see him like just turn into like this young, half-elf looking creature with like short, shoulder-length brown hair and other youthful guys. What?
Are you serious?
I look. You know I can control some spirits. There's one in particular who likes to be stubborn, who I can't control. But hey, we made it. Look, we're still getting half of it at least, and
half, but then half to an orphanage.
Look, we both grew up on the streets. We know how hard it is out there.
But we were there. They can fend for themselves too. That takes out of my cut then.
Well, I mean, we still made off pretty well. I mean, we still look at all, this bag alone. They're gonna bury the other half by the well.
We could have made twice.
We could have. Did you at least pick their pockets and loot things as we were going through?
Maybe. I might have.
What do you mean maybe?
Like that's for me to know.
Okay.
I did. You know what? I did. But they're gonna be part of my cut now, and they're staying with me.
You know what? Yeah, fine.
Can we agree to that at least? Since half of my.
Since someone wants to be stubborn and take longer for us to get this done, so that we can get the money to help you.
And your
mind
sister
you.
just appears behind and just.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
She looks around like, who are you?
Don't worry about it. A very annoying spirit that haunts me still to this day.
Well, at least we made something.
We made a little more something. This should get us going pretty good. So, but yeah, we'll collect the rest of it once they get it done, buried. Let us know. I'll start packing up and heading to the next town.
Yes. I mean, are we gonna keep this Mandrift persona going?
Oh no. Once
so we ditch the sign, ditch the.
Oh yeah, burn it up. We'll
Okay.
don't want any of this tracing back. New town, new image.
Yeah.
We'll kind of scope out tonight, see what all rumors are going around there, and see what kind of con we can run there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what do you think? Maybe we've done a few hauntings now. Should we do like some predicting some natural disaster, and then so it comes through town,
Or
and then
we could come in telling them like, there's wild beasts in the forest, and they could hire us to go kill it, and then we could just leave.
It's not bad. How much would they pay for wild beasts, though?
It depends. We could say a dragon. I mean, go to the noblemen of the town and tell them that there's a dragon in the mountains right near, and we need to go and defeat it. We can because we're hardcore gangsters.
Yeah. I can't conjure a dragon. Can you?
We don't need a dragon. We don't even need the dragon. We just say that there's one up there, and you're good at convincing people. I'll just be the tool. You use me. We could beat me up a little bit, take an arm. We could do the whole 9 yards.
I like where your head's at. I know that that sounds like a great idea, but how about the thinking? Leave that to me. I'll come up with some of the schemes, and then like you just help me enact them. I think trying to get like faking a dragon and like dismembering you may be it'll be a little bit harder for you to like lift their pockets, lift their money. It'll be a little trickier now.
That's true. We don't have a healer with us.
We do not. My skill is very limited in that. But
oh well.
But all right,
at least we made it.
Yeah. So one, another noble family we could take down. So
Ching.
that alone is a win right there. Plus a bag of rubies.
You open it
Gold.
up and there's galores of different types of stones, pristinely cut, and oh man.
You have your key. I mean, like digs underneath the shirt, pulls out like his key, and
yep, I've got mine as well.
throws over some blankets and like goes in like this little magical chest and like
Here's mine.
just
It opens
starts
up.
dumping in all this
And
treasure.
you look in there and oh man, you've got a whole hoard in there.
We're getting so
We're
close to
getting-
getting everything we need.
Yes.
Almost there.
Just a couple more, maybe.
Couple more jobs, and then we'll be set for life. I'm telling you, Seren, this is going to be perfect for us.
Yes.
Just 2 more big jobs, and we're done. We're going straight on the narrow, and we get to retire.
A little narrower. Narrow adjacent.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So you all pack up everything and pack up the wagon, pack up all the stuff and kind of burn stuff that you don't really need. You guys head towards town. As you are heading down the road, you see a sign for the town of Eldermire. As you all are coming into town, it looks like a higher end kind of city, like one of those where you could pull off a really good heist. Like there's a museum, there's a library, there's the local inn, the Wandering Wyvern. Then there's a couple bars and some residential living quarters and stuff like that.
I smell that, Seren.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna fill my belly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Smells like sweet opportunity. This town is ripe with it,
Yes.
and we can take whatever we want.
but no dragon one, yeah.
No dragon, no.
We'll try to stick away from the naming. I can agree to that.
Yeah, perhaps let's find this this Wandering Wyvern Inn.
Mm.
Perhaps they got some pretty good drunks in there that may know some good rumors going on in town that we can exploit and use to our advantage.
Who am I going to be dining with tonight?
Tonight, let's go with let's go classic. Let's go Christopher Bacon.
Christopher Bacon.
Yeah.
Is he a brother to Kevin?
Cousin, actually. Yeah.
Haven't heard. You start heading into town. You pass under the sign that says Eldermire as y'all are coming in. Give me a perception check.
14.
14. Yep. All the way back to the right, you see the Wandering Wyvern.
Okay.
As you guys are heading down there, you still up on top of the wagon as it's heading down. You see different types of people, some humans, some elves, more high elf than anything because they walk around like this. And you're wondering kind of what are these people doing in this? I mean, this is a nice town, but come on, lady, you shouldn't be walking around like that. You're just a target waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But then you guys make your way down to the Wandering Wyvern. A gentleman, half orc, comes up. Hey, you need to store your horse and carriage for the evening. You need to.
Yes, good sir. We'd like to have a room for the evening, if you don't mind.
Room.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
2 rooms, actually, for me and my companion here.
And your name?
Christopher.
That's a hard one.
How about just call me Chris for short.
Chris for short.
Mhm.
Okay, Chris for short. That'll be 5 gold
5
for
gold?
the horse, 10 gold for the carriage.
Well, that's a pretty steep offer, my friend. Tell you what if I were to tell some very unique tales at your tavern tonight, would you be willing to cut me a discount?
No,
Are you sure?
I don't run things. I only collect the money.
Very well. In that case, for your trouble, sir.
Thank you, sir. He grabs your horse and come on, horse. Starts waddling away.
All right. Oh, by the way, good sir, before you leave,
Yeah.
high elves, are they normal in your town? Or are they passing through? Passing through?
Yeah.
What else do you know about them?
They're from the kingdom, from up north. Just down here, I don't know why. They pay good. That's all that matters to me.
Are they staying here as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're on the 3rd floor.
3rd floor. All right. Well, thank you very much for all the information. I appreciate
I
it.
didn't tell you that though.
Tell me what.
Except
Tosses him another gold coin.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Hey, good day, my good sir.
You as well. You all meander up to the front of the Wandering Wyvern. Wandering Wyvern is kind of a weird thing because it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's about 4 or 5 stories tall. And so it's like the the high rise of the whole town. But you know that since you were told that the high elves are up there on the top floor, that's probably where all of the fancy people live. So you walk inside the Wandering Wyvern, and you are greeted by the host or proprietor of the establishment. And he walks up. He's a human with kind of one of those just beards, the Amish beards, and then has long black hair with a headband across his head. He's got one kind of shorter arm and one longer arm. And he walks up and, "Oi, can I help you?"
Yes, room for my friend and I tonight. We're hoping to stay in the end.
Right. How much are you trying to pay?
Well, how much do you charge per room?
Well, for the first floor is 10 gold a night, and the top is more.
Top is more. How much for the top floor?
It's 150 gold a night.
150 gold a night for the top floor. Do you have an attic by chance?
No.
No. Okay. Huh. How about the second floor?
I could do like 15.
15?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do that.
Each.
15 each? That's very well. We'll do those.
30 gold total.
Yeah. Can we have one with a window?
Of course.
Both of those.
They all have windows.
They all windows? Perfect. Awesome.
He
Thank you.
reaches with his little arm.
Yes. There you go.
Thank you. He hands you your keys.
Thank you. So what can you tell me about this place? It's a pretty nice establishment you have
My dad
here.
owned it, and before that, his dad, and
It's a family
before
business.
that, his mum. Weird, huh? A lady owner. Love you, Granny, great Granny. She's upstairs.
Oh wow. How old is she?
177.
Wow. And she human?
Yes, she is.
That's a really long lifespan for a human.
I know it. She says it's because of her elixir drink that she drinks. I don't know why she didn't give me any of it, but
Huh. I'm very much interested. Does she sell the recipe? Or do you sell it here in the
I
bar?
just see her drink it.
Hmm.
She never gives me any. I don't know why.
That's
What a not very nice person.
yeah, that is a very not nice thing to do.
There's plenty to do here.
Tell you what, if you're interested in making some money from that, because I know people who pay a fortune to live longer. Do you have a key to her room? If we could acquire a sample of it, perhaps we could reproduce it and sell it, and then the money you reckon here,
She might mess me up.
She might.
She's
If she
strong.
suspects you.
Yeah.
But what if she didn't suspect you? What if you were down here the entire time when said drink went missing?
Maybe. I could think about it.
Well, you know where I'm staying, obviously.
Second floor.
Yeah.
Room 3
Room 3, yes.
and 4.
And 4.
Yep.
So,
Here's
just
your keys.
he hands him over like a platinum coin.
He reaches over with his little arm. Thank you.
Remember what we said?
Yeah. Sounds like it. I might think about it.
All right, very good.
Consider it. So you guys take off into the lobby area. You guys heading up to bed. It's probably kind of the sun had just gone down when you guys were coming into town, so it maybe be about 6 or 7.
Okay, try to get some like dinner. Just kind of listen to like some of the bar patrons of the bar, seeing if we hear any good stories, or just kind of keeping our eyes and ears open for any interesting individuals or rumors that may be occurring.
Okay. Give me a perception at advantage.
That fell out of the box, which sucks because that was a 20. That was a 19 on the reroll. That would be a 22.
Okay, so looking around with you and Serene kind of sitting there in one of the corner booths, kind of more people watching than anything, trying to get your next target. While you guys are looking around, the little waitress walks up. She's a little halfling, about her ponytail sticks above the top of the table, and then you hear gunk, and it's a chair that she brings to step up on. What can I take for your order?
What time didn't you Denouement. Wow.
You need a menu.
Menu, please.
We
Yes.
don't have those. We got stew.
Stew. Do you have anything else besides stew? How about do you have a roast chicken? Potatoes?
No,
Just stew?
not for anybody down here. For the uppers, yeah.
Oh, only third floor people get
Yeah.
special.
Yeah,
How about-
it's like flights where you upgrade your flight, you get better food.
He slides over a few gold coins. How about maybe we happen to get third floor menu items?
Persuasion advantage.
Okay. 21.
She looks around. As long as you don't tell nobody.
Oh, it's our little secret.
Very well. She grabs the coins. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
You see her step down, picks up her stool. She returns then in, about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, if anybody asks, you're on the third floor.
Oh, well, absolutely.
1 and 2.
Thank you.
And that'll be 10 gold
Oh, yep.
each.
Right. Here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She steps back down from her. Walks away. As you guys are sitting there kind of eating your food, with your perception check, you are seeing mainly kind of humans, some halflings as well, a couple kobolds. You don't understand. You're trying to understand what they're saying, but all you hear is a couple kankus that are in the corner, mimicking those kobold, talking back and forth. Then you kind of see one of those high elves kind of walk in the door and immediately make a beeline for the back to take the stairs to ascend all the way up to the top. And it almost looks like she's floating because she's gracefully walking. And she reaches the back and kind of slowly starts up the stairs. And behind her, two what look to be her bodyguards are kind of accompanying her and kind of then split and turn at the bottom of the steps to watch anybody who's going up and down the stairs. Other than that, just people enjoying their meal. There's a bard over in the corner playing a tune, which I would go into, but oh, welcome to the Wandering Wyvern where we got the drinks. The drinks are here for you and me, but don't be no freak. And if your bottle's empty, you must take it then to me. And give me more, and then give me coins, because it's free.
Yeah. Walk by and toss him a coin.
Oh, thank you, good sir. Thank you, good sir.
Um,
I'm just starting off myself. He's a half-elf, looks to be a half-elf. Elves are hard to put a number on how old they are, but he looks like younger. He wouldn't be quite middle-aged. Adolescence. Somewhere between adolescence and youth. In human years, you might say 20,
okay.
19 or 20 years old.
Well, everyone to start out somewhere, my good lad.
Yes.
Keep up. Keep your eye open.
Thank you.
And keep doing the good work.
I appreciate it.
So,
And I appreciate the coin.
anytime.
And so the night keeps kind of wandering on. There's people making their way in and out. You see a couple more of those high elf. You get a total count of about 6 that make their way up, and each time one enters accompanied by 2 what look to be bodyguards, and then the first ones split and stay at the bottom. As the next ones go up, the next 2 go up and split to watch that level, same all the way up, and at least what you see up to the 3rd level.
Are the bodyguards elves too, or are they different?
They are half orcs, looks to be.
Half orcs, okay.
Yeah, because they're hired for big muscle.
Okay.
Among them, one elvish-looking warrior that might be the head of security. The other guys just look dumb and broody, and the other one is darting his eyes around the room, kind of watching more intently than the other guys. The other guys are there just for bashing things in. He's kind of diagnosing all the situations at the same time. Secret Service, so to say.
Okay. All right, Serene. I got an idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shapeshift into one of those high elves we see over there. And then while I'm distracting them, go to our rooms, sneak out the window up into their room, see if there's anything good you can see or hear or steal. Sound like a good idea?
So, you're going to try to turn into one of the elves, and then go up the stairs on the interior.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and make my way to bed,
Exactly.
and then sneak. I can do that.
Okay.
Let's make it happen.
So he'll go into like a little dark corner or like just
The bathroom.
outside real quick, like the bathroom, yeah, and just like make his cloak transform into one's like a illustrious looking elfin cloak, have it kind of pull up over him and like just shape shift
Give me
into.
an Arcana check at advantage.
19.
Okay. So you look at yourself in the mirror, spin your hand around you see your face mold, ears pointing up even more, face elongates, robes seem to come out of nowhere and engulf you, and you kind of get that. You're practicing your proper face in the mirror. You're like,
Just nose up.
and then
Back
you're like, and
straight.
then you walk. You do a couple walks back and forward to try to get that that floating illusion look down. Give me a dex check for that.
Oops, I don't know why I did it. Advantage. Roll. 18.
Yeah, you can pretty well get that glide look. So you head out of the bathroom. You catch Serena out of the corner of your eye, and just give the nod as you start to proceed your way up. Wait, I've not seen
Yes.
you before.
I don't know, have you?
I don't know. Are you with them?
Who else would I be with?
Hey, bye.
Are you going to delay me any longer?
Let him through. Let him through. You want to be on? You want to be dead? No? Okay. Yeah, sorry, sir. Sorry. Go ahead.
He ignores
My
them and like
friends.
continues like floating up the stairs and just nose up.
They're both. After you leave, Serene walks up. Yes, I'm just going up to my room. Which room? The third floor. Alright, just make sure you don't go any higher than the third floor, yeah? Very well. She walks up. She heads into her room, which is room number 4 on the left side. You continue up,
Mm-hmm.
heading up 3, up to 4, up to 5.
Yep.
Okay. You make your way up to 4, and you see that high elf, head of security kind of guy.
Okay.
He kind of gives you a look like, not too sure that you're really with this party. Who are you?
I've been summoned to assist
By him.
someone over your pay grade.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Someone over my pay grade. I'm the highest paid here. And you know why? So I can sniff out rats.
Well, Eureka won.
Very well, I need a shower and a bath. Give me a deception check at advantage.
26.
Who is it that you said called for you?
I was sent here by the king himself. A matter of grave importance known only to me and he.
You got any paperwork?
Now it wouldn't be very well with me traveling alone, having paperwork, and any of our enemies capturing me and seeing our delicate business, now would it?
At this point, Serene makes her way out of the window and starts to ascend the exterior of She scales up to the 4th floor. Scales up to the 5th floor. Now, which one of these windows was I supposed to look in? And then she gets a smack on the back of the head. What the heck? She She gets a smack on the left side of her head. She starts crawling over. One window, one more window. Then she doesn't get a smack. She's like, that's fucking weird. Looks, this must be it. And jump back to, no, I'm not gonna waste my time. You know, if something's wrong, it's gonna get figured out pretty quickly. So, go ahead.
Smart move, my lad. The
Yeah.
king would be.
I'll keep an eye on you though.
The king will
Don't give
be.
me a reason.
No, you won't need one. The king will be most
Give him my condolences.
beneficial. The king will be very glad to know that you were complicit with this.
Give him that.
I
Let
will.
him know.
And
And he
he
steps aside.
heading up.
And you head up to the 5th level, where there are only 4 doors in total. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Do I see anyone? Is there anyone outside any of the other doors, or do I see a light under any of them?
Give me a perception check.
It's only a 13.
Okay. So you see the first door to your left is swung wide, completely open. At the very end, you can see the doors are closed, but lights are shining underneath. Because although it's lit in that hallway, it's not substantially lit. It's more of a ruminant, ambient light. But you can see the distinct glow up from underneath the doors of the 2 on the very end. Then the one on the right is just closed, but no lights on.
Okay.
It's at that point you see your sister appear in front, her spectral form. She's pointing at the first one on the left with the open door.
Okay.
And you kind of lean in, peek around. You see just this much of Serene. She goes, "Oh God, you scared me."
Let's go over and like, oh, get in here.
Okay.
Pull her up.
Okay, what are we looking for? Anything and everything? Are we?
Why are we in this
robbers
one?
now?
We're,
I thought we were swindlers, not robbers.
we're swindlers, but trying to see the information we can gather from like, why are they here? I want to know. Try to listen to it.
Investigation check. And
Okay.
I'll give Serena an investigation as well. I can't find anything.
That's an 11, so I probably don't either.
I mean, you see some. Their garbs. I mean, they probably came with all of their stuff. Must kind of be with their horse and carriage, guarded. But I mean, you see a little coin purse sitting on the nightstand. There's some clothing and stuff like that, kind of hung up on shelves and stuff like that. But an assortment of books, but you can't really see exactly what they are. With trying to sit through stuff really quickly, you don't really discern any of the titles of the books or anything like that. On one of the books, you see the insignia XC on it. You don't know what that stands for, but the insignia XC is on something. One of the books.
I'll swipe that one just real quick and just have it just throw it in my bag of holding
Gotcha.
for now. I'm going to go look in the peepholes of the other doors with the light on and see if I can see or hear anything in there.
Give me a stealth check first.
It's a 10.
You're making your way down to there, trying to be as silent as you can. And it's just one of those boards. You can pull your leg off. Maybe not that one. Recorrect. Don't think anyone heard that or noticed that. But you keep on down the hallway, make it up to the first one on the left. Kind of got your back up against the wall. Kind of look. Are you trying to look underneath the door? There's nothing on the door itself.
Like there's no
It's just-
keyhole or anything, it's just
No.
all door cap.
Oh, keyhole, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to
Keyhole.
peek through the
Okay.
keyhole
So
and see
you
if I can see
kind of
anything.
transition over to the other side, kind of peek in. Perception check at disadvantage.
Okay. It's a 6.
From what you can tell, there's one person laying on a bed. It seems like they're just reading a book.
Okay.
That's the only thing you can see, because when you turn your eye, there's really nothing that you can see until you get it lined up perfectly. And then when you're looking through, you see someone laying on the bed reading a book. So
Okay.
you kind of back up, trying to be quiet as you can. Step over to the other door. Same thing. Give me another perception at disadvantage.
Oh, it's a lot better. 17.
Okay. 17, you look, and you're trying to be as quiet as you can, because then you hear two people conversing inside. They're talking about how they need to return with due haste because they found what they needed. They don't disclose what it is. They just keep saying that we've got it. We need to go ahead and tell the men to start gathering up everything. We need to make due haste with getting back to the kingdom. And then you see one of them turn and start walking towards the door.
And I immediately start just walking away. Or actually, I'll just cast invisibility.
Okay.
Just hang out in the corner.
Disappear. Door opens up, steps out, starts taking off down the hallway. That piece of wood. All the way down to the guard at the bottom of the stairs of the 4th floor. We need to start, and you hear this faintly. Tell everyone to start getting everything together. We need to make due haste getting back to the kingdom. We haven't been able to find what we were looking for. Still no words on exactly what the thing was. Then the secondary person comes out of the room, walks across the hallway, knocks on the door. We need to leave. Make it quick. And then she proceeds down the hallway, knocking on doors, kind of just letting everyone know that it's time to get out of there. They all seem to, how long does invisibility last? Is it indefinite?
It's concentration, I think.
Concentration at 10 minutes?
An hour.
Okay. Oh, you're good.
So
you're sitting there, pinned against this wall. Serene after you guys finished in that one room, Serene jumped back out the window, descended to your guys' room, or to her room. But so you're stuck there against the wall, just watching all these people packing up their stuff. For the next hour, you're like kind of checking your clock. You're like, I don't know how much longer I've got. And luckily, they all disperse before you head out, get down. You hear them loading up the cart and everything, and down the road they go. Peek in each one of the rooms, clear, not a thing. And appears that no one noticed anything missing from the first room. Serene went ahead and grabbed that coin purse. But other than that, all of them are proceeding back to what you are understanding as their kingdom, to get back the item that was needed to be found.
Okay. I'll go down and I'll tell Serene like everything I witnessed and like I wonder if this item was here in the city. I wonder maybe that could be something that we could use to our advantage. Like maybe like some relic that was stolen. Now it's going to cause all this hauntings. We could use this. We got to find out what the item was, and then we can use that to our advantage.
Maybe. Who was that? Maybe ask that halfling in the morning at breakfast.
Yeah, she might know.
Ask her.
There's
She
some
might
rumors.
have some information for us. She was willing to.
I mean, something was stolen. I'm sure someone will have heard about it by
Someone
then.
will know. I can agree to that. Well, it's been a long day for me.
That it has.
I'm going to bed.
Oh, good night, my good friend. I'll see you
Good
tomorrow.
night to you and your spirit thing or whatever.
Yes.
Bye. Something hit me while I was outside, so that's why I took that purse.
They do that sometimes. Spirits can be bullies.
Your sister's over there.
So, yeah, thanks. So yeah, I'll go in the room, start kind of sifting through the book. As I'm kind of like looking through the book I took, I'll kind of just like, why do you keep delaying the inevitable? I'm trying to help you here, and then you just go ahead and you relocate half of our gold.
She's sitting there tapping her foot.
What? Okay, you like helping people. I'll help them as much as I can too, but like, I'm trying to help you.
You're stuck here to where only I can see you, no one can talk to you, no one can hear you. I'm trying to bring you back. You giving away all of our money. What time? Your time's not up. I am hurrying, trying to get you back to this plane. Back to life, essentially. But you're delaying that by giving away all of our money. I don't know.
She just gives you this pissed off look, turns around, just walks through the wall where the window is and outside, and then has her back towards you. You can see just the back of her head outside the window.
Oh, you're going to ignore me? No? That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to ignore you too because I can't hear you. If I don't look at you, I don't have to see you. See, if you're doing
She
anything...
disappears.
And you're gone. Okay. Well, that's one less spirit to worry about for this evening. And he'll kind of just like start reading through the book, and then will end up falling asleep eventually as he thumbs through it.
As you're kind of turning through the pages and stuff like that, you'll you kind of look up in the corner and notice that there's a little bit of a closet, and you're like, there might be something in there. So you stand up with the book still in your hand, kind of talking through it, and you open up the door to the closet, and there is a full-length mirror. What do we see?
You see Lucan in his default form, which is his changeling appearance. He'll only get into whenever he's alone. His skin will be pretty pale white. He'll have like just white colored eyes, and then like his hair is just short length and pulled back in a tie, and just be pure white as well. He does like having the pointed elf ears. He feels it gives him like that little trickster look.
Oh, yeah. Low-key.
Yeah. But yeah, he looks at himself and just kind of feels a little sad. You know, he wants his sister back. He wants to help her. He really enjoys swindling all these nobles and like giving them their due.
Oh, yeah.
But he does enjoy living this more luxurious lifestyle than he never had when he was growing
comes
up.
with the territory when you...
So, yeah. He does enjoy that portion of it. And he deep down, he feels that he knows that his sister's right, that he should be helping people more than he helps himself. He doesn't want to admit that she's right.
We'll get there one day.
But
right
he
now
knows
we're
deep
just
down she is.
building the fund, so when we can start helping people,
Yeah.
you gotta have
Yeah.
money to be able to help people.
Yeah.
Come on now. You
Yeah,
can't
exactly.
go around being broke and trying to hand out things. You're gonna give them nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So then Lucan returns back to the bed, kind of looking around for his sister. She's nowhere to be found at the moment. So as he's kind of flipping through the last of the pages, his eyes start to grow heavy, and he's like, oh, you know what, it's all right. I guess it's bedtime. Just leaves for tomorrow, sets that down, blows out his candle, lays down and starts to let sleep take him. And as he's laying there and the sleep is just kind of starting to take him, he's ears in the back of his head, and it sounds like a heartbeat, like a... And then that familiar voice. Soon. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys for episode 1. Keep on trucking.